shining. How awesome is this timing? Boom, baby, boom. Rise and shine. It's your morning motivation time. I'm your host with the Moses, Mark Saint, and every morning I get to rise and be alive, and so do you. I do a show because I know mental health matters. Today I'm on the balcony of my friend's new place. I'm very grateful to have had a place to sleep last night. Radical changes means change like Thanos. Change, I snap my fingers, anything can change really quickly. Our moods, our personalities, our attitudes. And yesterday was such a tremendous day. I have to talk about it into today because this is probably the last time you're going to get me, one of the last few times you're going to get me on the channel without such niceness out here. Before it blows up. Last night I made a really cool connection with a gentleman. It's called It's Complicated channel. You can look it up because he blows his shit up. You've probably already seen his stuff. I've seen his stuff. He asks many poignant questions on the Las Vegas Strip, usually with girls, and they get their response because he's asking anti-feminism questions. But for the last 4 hours, we had been talking as soon as we met each other about the manosphere and men's health and filming together and how to get better monetized on YouTube and get really paid on YouTube. It's happening. It's happening, y'all, and I didn't even prepare for it. Like, it's really happening, and I'm so grateful. You know, every time. Yes, got a picture. It's just the shine, it's the feeling of serendipitousness, it's the things being on time, you know, when someone's like 111 or 222 or, you know, 123, it's something that you're meant to meet somebody. You know, it's interesting when you can see. It's one thing when you see it through a video, but it's another when you've actually met the person that's actually successful in the field and topic. And I said it was so interesting that he's here in Vegas and he's already subscribed to the Saints Addiction channel. So I was like, what the hell's going on right now? You know what I mean? Like, I was really tripping that maybe 3 million, 5 million population in Las Vegas. I have 1,165 subscribers. It's not near 200,000 subs that he's got. Like, he's in there, he's got the plaque, right? Like, you got to get the plaque. He helps the girl Pearl. Can you believe that? That Pearly Things, the girl that does all the, you know, pro men speeches and stuff. Like, they're in this manosphere, and I just entered it. So I literally was talking, or I left a comment on Pearl's YouTube, and then she's like, "Oh, I met Dave Chappelle," and now I'm like, "What? 1 degree separated from Dave Chappelle, 2 degrees separated from Dave Chappelle. I'm 1 degree separated from Cat Williams. You know, I know Mike Tyson. I want to get him on my podcast. You know, I got some pretty important people to interview. Cody Garbrandt. I got your boy. Fuck, I'm so high. It was good weed though. What's his name? Mr. Marcus, my porn star buddy. This is some fucking traffic. I'm down the street from 420 East Sahara. My girl owns 420 Wellness, this dispensary. What else? Gonna get made J-Lo from, what's it called? From your boy, the Adam Dunn show. I watched her first podcast too and see how she did it, you know, and learning from everyone. Learning from these people that are making $7,000 a month, almost $8,000 a month from YouTube. And it just expediating to show me a graph that's like flatlined, and then all of a sudden, boom, boom. You know, once you get shared, once you do, what do you call them, reflection videos, right? He's got videos where you can reflect and say things like Sneeko style, and say things and pause it, and just make shorts. And it was just inspiring, and that we had a lot of things to talk about, as far as like women's and men's game, and us trying to hook up with each other, and actually do something with our lives, like connect, and how to fix the topic. I was sick of talking about the missile firing, and you're wrong and I'm wrong, and I got trauma, you got trauma, drama kings, drama queens. Get the baby. Baby. Cats on shirts. She was right there. She wants to be outside with me. Hey, Kimmy. Look who it is. Look who it is. Too cute. So, it's about to blow up. I didn't know. I didn't know what was going to blow up. That was cool. He's on an electric scooter. And then we just let it roll. I don't know. Fucking scooters. Skateboard. Electric skateboard. Anyway. For the shine, for the life, for me to meet somebody that's already in the vein that I'm in, and now I get to do some interviews. I get to be on his channel. It's complicated with 200,000 plus subscribers. It can go ham. I could be the next million fucking hit video and be extremely inquisitive and ask questions and do these things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very grateful to subscribers. Shit. I was like, why are you leaving your skateboard? Anyway. Very inquisitive. I want to know what makes people tick. I want to know why people are doing what they're doing, and I really want to know the solution. It's all about fixing the topic. I want to fix this topic of life. Why aren't we communicating? How do we communicate better? How is us as different human beings and with a different approach, this bipolarity become a union? And that's something that I'm working heavily on, is definitely anti-feminism, and trying to kind of make fun of it and put the logic in it, because it becomes dharma. It becomes something that people dogma, that people regurgitate, and they're like, fuck you, I don't need a man. And then we really need companionship. One of the things, the diseases that'll kill us faster than anything, especially as mammals, as much as we've evolved, is not having companionship, not having somebody grab our ass or pick the zit off our back, or you know what I mean? Like, there's going to be a day that you're sick and you're going to need companionship, and it's not enough to have friends, and it's not enough to have family. We're talking about love, and all of us wanting to have someone to cuddle with and love and consider and be around. And I'm trying to get to that solution. That's what I'm really about. So, the Saint is lit up today. Got my halo on. I'm very grateful for design. I'm expanding the Saints Addiction line into mostly Saints. I have a whole over series that I've been working on, like love over hate and give over take. I got the shirt in there. Is it underneath me here? Yeah, it's underneath me here. Give over take. Give over take. Yes, roast. So anyway, give over take. Got the shirt. We're going to do all sorts of mostly Saints gear, halo and horns, talking about dichotomy, extreme dichotomy, and also talking about not being perfect, and trying to get this kind of, I'm a 10, I need a 6-figure, 6 foot, 6-inch dick. Like, you need to be on I need a companion, someone to love, someone to trust, someone I can depend on. And I want to get us on that level, instead of firing missiles at each other, of salvos, of just, this is like called radical change, because there's got to be a way where we stop blame. When do we move forward? When do we go like, yo, dude, I'm done just talking about it. I want to be about it. I want to be able to be better at my conversations. I want to be better at my moods. I don't want to have to be in situations that make me something else, So it's very interesting to me, very interesting to me, of psychological development. I got the psych degree. I've always been interested in my own psychology and how people work and how we can communicate and how we can unlock knowledge and language I know I've never ever been really good at it. I learned something about myself today. You know, my mom emailed me after blowing up with her, just not having enough privacy and being a grown ass man, not me to be near my mom, but also she said that she noticed things about me. My mom knows me better than anybody on the whole planet, but what she was talking about is just she didn't notice that when I grew up, the way I grew up, you know, it was very unstable. You know, when I had an alcoholic, abusive father, it made I could be sleeping on the floor again. I don't know if I'm sleeping in the truck. I don't know if we're going to be in a place for long. I don't know. I don't know. And in that unstable environment, my brother became a control freak. He became save every penny, invest. Never, no one will ever have power over me again. And I became more wild, more chaos, more of the power. Where I just wanted to be strong and lift weights, and nobody could beat me up. I can always defend myself. So it took me to about like 15 years old before I could defend myself against my father. And then he knew he couldn't fuck with me the way that he had been fucking with me. And pretty soon I had moved out. So I've been on my own since I was 16. I'm not no stranger to sleeping on floors or couch surfing. But the stability in me being triggered, and anybody else that knows their triggers, you know, being able to talk with my bestie this morning, this has kind of pushed the show back. And then with the other bestie, Kimber and Kimmy, these girls are like keep me together. But the two besties, right, you know, when I'm in their house and I'm chilling with them, you know, I'm learning about stability and mental health, and also from a woman's perspective, right, especially strong females that do their own job and pay for their own house and don't need a man at the end of the day, still need cuddles, still need friendship, still need a butt rub here and there, you know what I mean, a little nipple flick, somebody to let you know that you're alive and that you're not a fucking drug and that you're not supposed to just be going to just your fucking job. In fact, the robots are going to go to the jobs for us. Eventually we'll have to fill our time with something, and I hope we fill it with love. I hope we fill it with companionship and all that other stuff. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on film. It's what I believe, and it's what hurts the most is when I don't have trust, I don't have love, I don't do that often, so I have to practice it. It's the same as the Buddhist philosophy. You want someone to have compassion for you, you have to show compassion to someone else. It's something that they tell you to practice, and we have to practice the things that we want to preach and participate in. And I practice it. I thought I practiced it. I now know, you know, why I get triggered the way that I do, is because I get so scared. And nobody wants to talk about fear. Not on these channels. Nobody wants to talk about real. So it's just like, you know, I really want to get to a place where I can be mentally stable. That's why I call my friends. If you don't have friends that you're calling or people that you can discuss tough topics with, I highly suggest that you find more than just marijuana motivation, but also, you know, friendships and companionships and people that you can trust and bounce things off with. That's what's so important about having besties and best friends and people that support you in the end. Because again, Lady Luck, she goes from lap to lap. One day she's sitting on yours, and the next minute she's sitting somewhere else, and it's just so vicious of a swing, and it's radical change. And like I said, Thanos snaps. We like to think it's just in a Marvel universe, but it's not just Marvel universe. This is our real life. Really, you don't know, you know, you're probably never going to be in the same house that you grew up in. Facts. You know, you're probably never going to, you know, I need my water. Getting off like a motherfucker. Hold on, let's tell the story. Well, I got like 15 more minutes. I need this water though. To be able to, let me grab some. Hey, Kimmy, can I grab some water off you? Is it not waters in here? I'll grab it. Got it. Thank you. Yes, blessed. Nothing like the feeling of stability. And having this kind of shine on me, and this kind of love and feelings, you know, this is a great feeling to have the sun come out and give us a pickup, the serotonin, melatonin into serotonin. That's what I heard it does. So anyway, it's such a blessing to have so much serendipitousness and to sit with friends and people I hadn't seen in a long time too, at the garage, the Polymac garage, real famous. He's going to be doing interviews. He has his backdrop set up and there's some chairs and whatever we'll do. So I'm interested, I'm interested. He's got parts for me. I've acted with him before. Believe it or not, I've acted. Yes, I've been in a music video. Yeah. Making music videos. I was the love interest. I had my shirts on and fashion and everything. So, life was cool. Right now. And then sometimes it's not cool. And that's okay too. And for us to be okay with not being okay, and us being okay with all of our dramas and traumas, and us being okay with each other, and more compassionate and more understanding. I just saw so much misunderstanding, so much fear, so much non-belief, and it was just like, dude, you're gonna believe in a sky daddy. Why can't you believe in yourself? I have a tough time with it too. I get it. It's not easy to believe in yourself when we're comparing ourselves to people with a lot more money and a lot more. I have an interview, by the way, on MJ Biz Conference 1 week from today. So if you guys get a chance, make sure you follow or get the notification. But I'll be interviewing Matt Morgan, who I just read his whole bio. And I mean, it must be nice to have multiple fucking dispensaries. I'm just telling you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it must be nice. So it's like you get people that 400 employees, 100 dispensaries, something like that. You're just like, what the hell's going on? So, everybody has a different story to tell. I want to get on the strip with this guy. He's so brave to go out there and because you gotta go out. You gotta grab your camera. You gotta approach people. You gotta be brave enough to approach them. You gotta be prepared. You gotta have these awesome ass questions that make people think, and not just in a fictitious world, but like he has the questions in his head, and he has rebuttal questions, and he's so good at it that they're paying him $7,000 a month to do this. So it was nice to meet someone that's actually doing it, and it's reaching back to help me out, to get me from my measly 1,000 followers to at least the 10,000 followers or subscribers that I need, so I can sell my merchandise underneath the videos. I don't know who makes these rules anyway, but that's what I want to do. I want to sell merch. I want to interview people and expand the channel, expand the knowledge, and come to a solution. That's what I want. I want solutions. I want people that can say, you know what, this helped me, and more than just, oh, hey, you're a YouTuber, or weren't you in South Korean prison? I don't need any of that. No. What I really like is for people to go, thank you, you helped me in my relationship, or how about, I love the perspective of that one video that you had. So it was interesting to sit with him for hours, and see other videos and questions that he's asked, and timing, like literally last week in Halloween, and it being up and already having 135,000 likes, it's like, or views, and it's just like, I'm seeing the monetization of YouTube. I've been doing this for how long and not getting anything out of it. I got my buddy to give me $2, what's the thing called, New Zealand dollars. Which is like $1.79, in case you don't know, by the way. So $1.79 conversion ratio from $2 US to $1.79. That's how much I got paid so far. So anyway, they give you out in increments of $100. I don't even know. I'll link it all, but I'm this close to seeing Pearly Things, someone I watch often. I'm this close to already being subscribed to somebody that's already successful. I'm this close because I'm already there. And just to be able to expand, I'm so grateful, to see the expansion of everybody filming and people getting channels and content, and my friends running businesses, and MJ Biz Conference is going to be here next week, and people are doing big things, and other podcasters and how they do their style, and shout out to Juliana Whitney. I'll be able to see her too. She's just she's kind of like me. You know, she's an entrepreneur but female and pink hair. She don't have a beard. But my point is that she's put out this whole list of like, if you're going to be in town, this is what I would do. Here's some snacks. Here's a hangout spot. And like listed it all through. And I'm like, this bitch right here on it. So there's so many things in Vegas that I even live here. The LBOG, I don't even know exist. I don't even know. I was like, wow, okay, shit. You get them, girl. So there's like that kind of lifestyle where I'm just shocked that the dispensaries are full. Like all of them, you have to wait in line with 15, 20, 30 people. You know, it's a trip. Like SOB as long as a beer line. It's longer than a beer line because they get more sales than beer now. So Missouri just got legal. Maryland just got legal. There's about 5, I think, North Dakota, South Dakota, and who else is on the docket to get legal this go around, this midterm. So I don't know if anybody else voted, but it's a lot of energy. So somewhere between the full moon, my mom, and sleeping on floors and interviewing millionaires, I exist in my extreme dichotomy, and I'm just grateful to be alive. I want to see it through, put in a lot of work, and as much as I want to quit on myself and think I'm, not the best person in the world, and to do that kind of construction and then grieving, also grieving. Thank you, bro, with that energy. Grieving and understanding the grief process and the waves of regret and understanding, especially on the mushrooms. I don't want to call it a bad trip on Monday, but it was definitely self-reflective. And then I'm like, yo, I'm only 42 years old. I'm not a millionaire. My story's not like Matt Morgan's. I'm Mark Saint. I'm this guy that's like fucked up all these awesome relationships and awesome opportunities, and I have yet to catch the touchdown, get the bag, and go in there and make that happen. And I'm not okay with that. I'm hard on myself. I also know my parents were hard on me, and I realized that under certain situations, I'm not normal. One of my friends called it once what do you call it? They call it not a flash, ignition. He said you get ignited in your eyes. And I've been through some intense shit. I guess there's still a little bit of PTSD in me, my South Korean bullshit, and my way of growing up. I'm really just not easy to love, and quick to the draw, and figuring out a solution to be better at communication. I don't want to fail at this thing called life. I don't want to fail at these relationships. I want to succeed at everything that I do, including making mistakes. That's a success. Being able to be brave enough to make mistakes is where it's at. If I even read the bio of someone else today, it was like, sure, you were the biggest farm and you grew to 15,000 square feet in less than 10 weeks or whatever, 10 months. And now you got all these grow ops and these dispensaries, right? But they closed them down. Montana was like, yo, this is illegal, bro. And they closed this shit down. How many times do we have to step up and it gets shut down? How many times do we have to sprout back up and get cut down? And how many times are we going to all let that stuff be the determination of our future? It's one of the toughest things to do, is to not let the past predict the future. That's what we do. We go, well, I've had so many heartbreaks, I can't risk for love again, so I'll play it safe. I'll play it comfortable. And it's just like, yo, man, comfort's its own killer. We still got to risk it for the biscuit. Every one of us has to rise and shine. Every one of us has that monkey inside of us. And I was watching, Space Odyssey, 2001 Space Odyssey. We are mammals that hit and get angry and have violence and sexuality and all these other things that calm society that's voting for everybody and trying to control society. That's where we're at. That's our lives. And it's very dichotomous. It has so many sides. And yet I think the ancients, like I always say in Peru, were so easy on sunrise, sunset, night, light, as much as I love being in the sunshine, I know I gotta be in the full moonlight too. So, have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? Well, I gotta be a saint in the shining light. And that's just awesome today. So I'm just grateful that I'm getting warmed up. I'm grateful that there's good weather. Thank you sir. I'm grateful for connections. I'm grateful for interviews. If you get a chance, go follow It's Complicated channel. He's super dope. He has really good questions, and comment below. It's super important that we communicate. And then look out for your boy Marky Saint. Beards on Shirts. I'll be out there interviewing people just like Kevin Samuels. Remember when I did the show about a year ago and I was inspired by Kevin Samuels, the YouTuber that died? He had 1.5 million followers. He was killing the game, interviewing everybody, and he died. 56, I think. And for someone to die young and successful, he was on this show with this guy. He was filming in Las Vegas with these guys. So he's already in it. So I'm like 1 degree separated from Kevin Samuels, rest in peace. I did a show shout out to Kevin Samuels. The material is the same. The material is the same. Can you believe that shit? Like, we are all talking about the manosphere and the feminist movement and what's the misogyny and the patriarchy and all these other buzzwords that are circulating in the algorithm. These guys are surfing the algorithm hard. And if they're almost making 10 grand a month, I want in on it. And I want to talk to these subjects, and we want to do a reverse Fresh and Fit, but a Vegas edition. You know, and come up with solutions. We got the money grabbing bag hoes out here too, and you can stare at their boobs and how pretty they are, just like they want, you know, the attention. But I really want to come up with the solution. What's the solution here? Because you are boss bitch, you can do your own job, you can pay for your own bills, you can go strip and give up your dignity and give up your anonymity on OnlyFans, where your kids are fucking taking screenshots, or your friends' kids, or your kids' friends are taking screenshots of you and bringing them to school because everybody has a cell phone now. We're giving up a lot for our privacy, and I didn't even know if I wanted to give up my privacy, talking about my abortions as openly as I did, and the unsuccessful rate of it. And other girls are right now, so my body, my choice, and I'm over here going, didn't your body make a choice? So it's just one of those things that I'm ready to step up in. I don't know. It's like, oh, do I really want to have 200,000 subscribers? Do I really want to be famous on the streets? Like, people know my show? I was like, I guess so. I met him for a reason. We didn't shut up for 4 or 5 hours. We came up with a plan to film a couple different styles. And yeah, connections are in. And I'm going to be on more than 10,000 plus subscribers and talking about mental health and trying to figure out myself, people, and communication, because that's where it's really at. Like, how do we break free from all of this miscommunication and misunderstanding? And we can't just keep being lonely, and we can't just keep pulling up our friends. We're going to have to figure out how to talk to people in the end. We're going to have to talk to each other. We're going to have to pick up the phone. It's more than just texting. We're going to have to communicate like we've always done for millions of years, to come up with awesome solutions so that we all can talk to each other heart to heart. That's what needs to happen, and I'm fully convinced of it. So as it's happening right now, and I'm experiencing it and witnessing it from people that are actually doing it and met the actual people that are successful at it, it's amazing. It literally means there's anybody on this planet that I can touch. And that's what I wanted the whole message to be about, was for people to reach the dichotomy of Saint's addiction. I was doing this message that I'm not perfect. That's where mostly Saints was born, bro. I'm not perfect. I'm mostly a saint, you know? I'm almost there. I try hard, but I'm valuable, and I'm perfectly imperfect, and I'm gonna make mistakes, and I wish I scored every touchdown, and I wish I didn't have any loss. But like my buddy told me yesterday, which was amazingly serendipitous, he told me, shout out to Ruzo Logic, the homie, Guerrilla Arts, man, he's doing the damn thing. He told me yesterday, Mark, don't stop. You got a talent, you got a voice, you narrate really well, and you're a great storyteller. And I always thought that was a great thing. I heard that with the billionaires. You gotta tell a great story. My story's telling itself now, and I didn't want to be a South Korean prisoner, and I didn't want to be a YouTuber. None of this was in the plan. But as it grows, the message in the end is the only important thing. So you got anything to say, do like, share, subscribe, but most importantly, comment below. so other people can read it like Reddit and get some healing from it. That's the only reason I did it. If you got anything out of this, like, share, subscribe. That's how we share this information. It's an algorithm. YouTube's going to push it now further because of the manosphere, because of the red pill, because of femininity and anti-feminist and patriarchy and what's the other thing called? Misogyny. All these words are buzzwords right now for the algorithm. So anybody that talks about it or talks to other people about it is going to get to blow up. It's your boy Marky saying, on my heart from the start, peace and love. And as always, Chigatan. That means goodbye, but not forever in Finnish. And we'll see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. And I'll be going live every morning and doing my morning motivation. If you got anything out of this, that means you're getting the algorithm. And that means the message is reaching. And that means that we're in the light together. Yes. Thank you, energy. So go be blessed. Go be free. You know, let's just keep watching this because this is about to be